catch up for a moment. When approaching the line over here, make sure you watch your footing, stepping over, on, and across, and on the whaler. Make sure you have sure footing. Go ahead and grab the handrail and stuff that's there. We got that third rail, so when and if you step on any of the support struts, and you're higher than the average handrail, that's what that extra rail is up for, because of the elevation change. Just extra safety, just knew we needed something, so we did it. Everybody can go toward the step. This is the opening where we had the grout plug put between the whaler and the CDSM.
Okay, so let's gather around. I want to explain what you're looking at here. The first step in the construction process is to construct the vertical support system. The vertical support system are these columns on either side of the subway box. The vertical support system consists of an in-situ mix soil cement slurry, and every other pile has a wide flange steel shape W24 inches deep. The weight varies from location to location. Step one, look at that. We're actually below the water table. You'll see that it's not leaking very much. And you want to see that? Look over there, you can see it. The water table is about right where that leak is. Under certain conditions, it can be as high as that knee brace. The water table fluctuates. During the post-rainy season, it was measured at about 12 feet below the existing grade where you were standing above. The next step is to construct a grout plug underneath the subway box. Okay, this is done before excavation takes place. The grout plug consists of in-situ mixed soil cement again. The grout plug is 7-foot diameter column. Replace it in intervals across the subway box along the entire length of the subway. And they're about 20 feet thick, but the thickness actually varies from location to location, depending on the soil conditions and the groundwater conditions. I tell people 20 feet because that's the nominal thickness. So you are standing 4 inches above the top of the grout plug. As I said, the water table is about eye level, and as you can see, this is dry. That was the idea, to do this construction work in the dry. Dewatering would have been very expensive. We would have impacted an area probably, judging from the soil, I'm thinking a couple 1,000 feet away from here, there would have been the zone of influence, but who knows. So after the grout plug is constructed, the box is excavated. The excavation method was hydraulic excavator. From the surface, they excavated down as far as they could get, and then put some equipment in the structure and excavated from below. Well, that's a good question. That depends on where you are. In this particular environment, tunnel boring equipment to do this with tunnel boring equipment would have been more expensive. Let me explain why. Ordinarily, tunnel boring equipment, or tunnel that's built with TBM, there is a requirement for a minimum cover of somewhere between 2 and 3 tunnel diameters. So you can see that we don't have that cover here. If you have to use a TBM in shallow ground, ordinarily there is a good deal of ground conditioning in advance of the tunnel. Ground conditioning is expensive. This is the cheapest way in terms of where we are, but if you're in downtown San Jose or you're in downtown San Francisco or LA, this might not be the cheapest way. That needs to be considered during the design. But the TBM equipment is also a long lead time item. To manufacture and deliver a TBM takes about a year. And specialized equipment, it's also expensive. Everything that's being done here is really being done with standard off-the-shelf construction equipment. There's nothing. I take that back. There is some grouting equipment that's specialized, and we're going to look at it. But by and large, this work is done by equipment you can rent at restaurants.
they can see what this kind of operation starts to look like in a very narrow alignment.
All right, the only way to get people across the street is... Yeah, I think we can get over there.
Can we?
We don't have too many options. We can jaywalk, which I don't want to do.
Okay.